Sometimes it's overwhelming why they got.
Celebrity lawyer Ariel Mitchell claims that one of her clients just dropped a bombshell, a wild Diddy video featuring none other than Beyoncé. Diddy and Beyoncé's husband, Jay-Z, go way back, so this really shouldn't be that much of a shock.
Diddy's Los Angeles and Miami mansions raided by SWAT teams. His sons, Justin and King, in handcuffs in their own yard. Homeland Security tells ET the bi-coastal operation is part of an ongoing investigation.
More money, more problems.
We don't know if the embattled music mogul was home during either raid. ET's reached out to Diddy's reps for comment. Meanwhile, a police presence swarming his high-end Beverly Hills neighborhood. Officers going room to room, carrying zip ties and serious firepower. In the driveway, law enforcement vehicles parking next to, we assume, Diddy's luxury cars. Then, of course, his two sons, 30-year-old Justin and 25-year-old King. At one point, they seem to be sharing a laugh. It's also worth noting, Homeland Security tackles trafficking crimes, something Diddy was accused of in a lawsuit by his ex Cassie.
Rapper Jay-Z is hitting back today over an allegation he and Sean Diddy combs a 13-year-old girl after the Video Music Awards in 2000. He says it's blackmail, but the biggest heartbreak, he says, is for his family, including his wife, Beyonce, and their eldest daughter, 12-year-old Blue Ivy.
The allegations against Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, and P. Diddy, comes in a civil lawsuit in which the young woman says she was and that Sean Combs aggressively approached with a crazed look in his eyes, grabbed her, and said, "You are ready to party." At that point, Carter, Jay-Z, began removing plaintiff's clothes as she grew more and more disoriented. Beyoncé's husband is striking back, releasing a scathing statement. "My lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a lawyer named Tony Busby. What he calculated was the nature of the allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to..."
But this story is actually really crazy. Now, the truth is finally coming out about what was going down between Diddy and Beyoncé. And it's pretty disturbing, not to mention disgusting. Beyoncé obviously needs no introduction. She's an icon in the music industry with many awards and iconic performances all over the world under her belt. She's at the top of the hierarchy in Hollywood, but she's not just a legend in the industry, she's a mom too. And she looks good doing it all. Honestly, Beyoncé is as amazing as it gets. Some people say that she has it all because she's married to Jay-Z. I guess that's possible. It's honestly hard to say, though. What we do know is that when she met Jay-Z in the 2000s, she was still a minor and an upstart in the industry. They hit it off right away, with obvious chemistry. And in April 2008, they went and got married in a low-key fashion. On paper, these two seem like a perfect couple. But there have been many speculations that Jay-Z and Beyoncé's marriage actually isn't real.
When they burn out and they put out a new one, and they burn out and they put out a new one, people don't even listen to a body of work anymore. And you don't see the human form. And I think when Nina Simone put out music, you loved her voice. That's what she wanted you to love. That was her instrument. But you didn't get brainwashed by her day-to-day life and what her child is wearing and who she's dating and, you know, all the things that really, it's not your business.
Some people believe that it's just a contract, nothing more than a marriage of convenience. Rumor has it that Beyoncé is not happy being married to Jay-Z, and she's just pulling through each day. And there's tons of evidence suggesting that the rumor might be true. Let's be honest here. Jay-Z doesn't exactly have a flawless track record when it comes to being faithful. He's been accused of having an affair on multiple occasions, and has even admitted that he's cheated on Beyoncé. And each time her reaction has been the same. It's almost like she doesn't even care. The only reason why a person wouldn't care if their partner cheated on them is if they were cheating too. Or the relationship was actually a cover for something else. And in Beyoncé's case, the answer might just be both. Stick with me here. We all know that Jay-Z and Diddy have always been super close. They go way back, even before Jay-Z and Beyoncé. Over the years, they've made music together and learned from each other, perhaps more than how to make good music. Once upon a time, they were so close that they could have passed as brothers. I mean, Diddy even said that, other than his mom, Jay-Z is the only person in the entire world who he allows to address him by his legal name, Sean. And since they were so close, is it really so far-fetched that they might have shared the same woman at some point? namely Beyoncé. This brings us to Ariel Mitchell's new reveal. In a recent interview, she said that one of her clients came forward with a video of Diddy being intimate with a female celebrity, someone even bigger than Diddy. Now, I don't know about you guys, but there aren't many female celebrities in the industry bigger than Diddy. That being said, Beyoncé is definitely one of them. This might sound a little far-fetched to you, but I have some facts to back it up. In a past interview, Diddy said it himself, that he would love to have what Jay-Z and Beyoncé have. He has been in relationships with many high-profile women, but maybe he's been looking for a woman exactly like Beyoncé this whole time. He did say that she embodies all he wants in a woman and that he envies Jay-Z. So what if he actually tried to get with Beyoncé at some point? And what if he was successful? That would explain why Beyoncé always acted like she didn't care whenever Jay-Z went off with another woman, because she had someone else just as influential as he is in her life. And Jay-Z probably knew about this too, because we all know how possessive he can get. Even the smallest sign of Beyoncé being interested in someone else is enough to make him upset. A good example of this is the time when she got all comfy with Sean Paul back in the 2000s. Apparently, Jay-Z made sure to mess with Sean Paul just so he wouldn't go near his woman again. But let's remember, this is Diddy, so not just anyone can mess with him. And Jay-Z knows this all too well. I mean, this whole talk of Diddy getting intimate with Beyoncé might just be a rumor now, but that might be about to change. In her interview, Ariel said that the video is already being auctioned to the highest bidder, with TMZ being in the lead. So it won't be long now before our fears might actually be confirmed. And while all of this is happening, we haven't heard a single word from Beyoncé, which is to be expected. Unlike Jay-Z, who could easily deny the allegation that was made against him by the woman who claimed that he and Diddy had essayed her when she was 13 years old because of lack of evidence, Beyoncé can't really do much. Because if all of this is true, there actually is evidence. And because of that, all that she has built could basically go up in flames in a day. And her family would suffer even more, especially Blue Ivy. Blue Ivy is now at an age where she can understand what's happening online. She could start asking questions and, worse, face backlash for her mother's actions. As a mother, Beyoncé must be beyond afraid of dragging her children into something this messy. And Jay-Z? He's likely even more concerned for his wife's emotional well-being, for their kids, and of course, for their family's legacy. The Carters already have plenty on their plate with the lawsuit against Jay-Z. In a press release with Roc Nation, he admitted that his biggest heartbreak was for his family. He said that he would have to sit his kids down and explain everything to them, especially to Blue Ivy. In his words, his children have lost a bit of their innocence because of this whole ordeal. Jay-Z publicly dismissed the allegations against him as a desperate attempt to destroy his family. But now this alleged video of Beyoncé and Diddy could add a new layer of turmoil. At this point, the Carters and the entire industry are at a standstill. Everything just feels like the calm before the storm. Jay-Z and Beyoncé sit at the top of the music world, and if they go down, it could unravel a lot more than their personal empire. Truths that have been buried might come rushing to the surface, as we've seen with Diddy. And this would be a crazy turn of events. If I were Beyoncé, I'd be scared too. But I guess this is what happens when you're close to Diddy. That being said, let's not forget that if it actually is Beyoncé in that video, it's possible that she was under the influence of substances and had no idea that she was being exploited. After all, she wouldn't be the only person that this happened to at Diddy's freak-offs. But right now, this is all just speculation. Who knows who's actually in that alleged video that the lawyer obtained? It could not be Beyoncé after all. But what do you guys think? Do you think that Beyoncé was actually the person in the video? And do you think that this new video could be part of Diddy's plan to bring Jay-Z and Beyoncé down with him? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below.